Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, who is that? Who are you people? Milo, I am back. Van, thanks for the super chat, Van. Gene Chi, thanks for the 13 months. How are we doing? He lives. Barely. You forgot about us already? I mean, it's only been 5 years. Or is it 3 years, 4 years? Who are you again? CaspurrCatacini, Meowster of Disguise, Secret Agent, among other things. Today, nothing in particular. How's your foot? Is still squished? Is turbo squished? I went away and I walked around too much, and it is turbo squished. I have a new foot brace coming. I'm gonna follow up, get a secondary X-ray. Just in case. Well, we got it checked up at an urgent care, but I need to get it checked up, like, proper. Because I wanted to see right before my trip how it would be. I didn't want to walk around and I have, like, 46 bones broken. So I went to the urgent care, and they were like, no, you should be good, but you should follow up. So I'm going to get followed up on by a doctor proper and see what they say. Went to urgent care. Yeah, I didn't have enough time before my trip this past weekend. X-ray's gonna find a parasite in there. No parasite could survive the inner workings of my body. You gotta gnaw off your foot like a trapped animal. I don't think I could reach my ankle. I don't think my face could reach my ankle. Or anywhere on my leg. Oh wait, no, I could reach my knee up to my face. Alpaca, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome home, boss. Hope your snackies and meals during the trip were plentiful and delicious. It was quite delicious. Dragon Ace, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back, boss. Thank you. Thank you. I'm good to be back. I went on a secret mission to Texas. Which is my first time in Texas. Specifically Dallas. And I got to try some food. To commit heinous deeds, always. Was it successful? You know, I think the only thing that was bad about my trip was I did not let my foot get unsquished. In fact, it is more squished than it's ever been. I did get Texan barbecue. I got a brisket baked sweet potato with brisket and mac and cheese. My tummy was a...
Who are you? Miss Secretary, there's a weird cat outside. Just kidding. Welcome back, Bosnian. Missed you and hope you had a good trip.
Dreamy, thanks for the dono, Dreamy. I am back. How dare you forget me? Thanks for the dono. Yes, I'm back. Well rested. I slept like all day yesterday. Man, it was tiring. Is it at least better looking? No, it is not. It is quite the sight. Yeah, I had Texas barbecue. You know, Dallas is like very interesting. Texas in general. I don't know about other parts of Texas, but I arrived and I was very surprised that it is a city. It is like a city proper with buildings and greenery. You know, I was expecting some kind of like big oil rigs and orange desert and something out of like Cars or something, like Cars the movie. I don't know what I was expecting, but it does not look that different from something like New York or LA. Not as packed as something like New York and LA, obviously, but I don't know if I'd be able to tell you if I was in Texas, if I got dropped down somewhere in GeoGuessr or something like that. That's New Mexico. Yeah, I was thinking something more like Albuquerque, something from Breaking Bad. Yeah. Mario Kart Highways. Oh, yeah, I got a taste for the streets for sure. I did see a little bit of spaghetti action. You're not directionally adept in general. No, I'm not. I'm quite, you know, I think something that I have to come to grips with is that I'm very clumsy. I am. I'm simply a very clumsy person. I'm always dropping stuff. I'm stubbing my toe. I'm falling down. I'm tripping. I'm clumsy. Were there cacti? Not a single cacti was seen, unfortunately. Hey, Miraquill, thanks for the membership. Welcome to the personnel. Thanks a bunch. Clumsy anime girl. I doth admit it. I'm clumsy, man. I'm really clumsy. I gotta be more careful. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm gonna, you know, in 50 years from now when I'm all old, I'm not gonna have anyone to take care of me. I'm gonna fall and trip and that's gonna be it. But yeah, I quite like Dallas. I don't know if it's just because you're visiting a different area for the first time, but people in Dallas definitely have less NPC energy from where I'm from, I feel. Life alert. I need one of those. Sometimes you bring it upon yourself on purpose. On purpose. What did I do to F up my foot? I've been moving. Do I actually have the image here? Let me see. Yes, I do have the image here. I was moving and I was stacking up these chairs like this to try to save space. And it slipped and came down like a guillotine on the top of my foot. And it hurt real bad. I did get it checked up. Cursory glance from the urgent care. And they said nothing was broken. But I'm going to follow up because after a long weekend of walking on it. Lady Savin, thanks for the membership. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Am I okay? I'm doing okay, but I really need to take it easy on my foot. I hired some more cleaners and scheduled another round of movers to really close out my moving. I really lucked out, or not lucked out, but I made the right decision to move early, to start the moving process early, because, yeah, I can't be doing anything, really, I guess. My muscles are all for show. I have no sense of balance or center mass, gravity. I didn't use crutches. I just didn't have any. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about having something like that. But the pain has changed. You know, it's not like sharp pain. I don't know if anyone's here has ever broken a bone or anything like that. I mean, if I broke something in my foot, there's no way I could put any weight on it. But it is increased to the point where even if I'm not doing anything and just laying down, it will hurt. It will like radiate pain, which is not good. I mean, I was on my feet all weekend. I mean, it was accommodated as best we can. I had helpers and I had people carry my stuff, and I walked as slow as I could, hobbling along. I forgot my cane. I have a cane, because injuring myself is a commonality here, I guess, at Meow HQ, but I forgot it. Oh! You know what I needed is, there's like this little rolly cart that you can like bend your knee and put it on. I've seen people with like a cast use that. I should have had that. But I ordered myself a proper foot brace to keep myself from... The problem is when the foot like bends, like the top of my foot, I need something to keep myself flat-footed. So I got a new brace, and it should arrive shortly. Swelling, yeah. I did not let it rest, so not going anywhere anytime soon. Boss injured his foot stacking them fours. Get a brace for your posture. It's oh man, yeah, you know, I shrimp a little bit. I'm just gonna shrimp. I'm gonna stub my toe and hurt my back and shrimp into a black hole. There will be a critical point of mass where Caspurr is going to slouch over and the density is going to become too strong and a little black hole is going to form. It's going to suck up everything in Meow HQ. Put ice on it? Oh, trust me, I have, I'm being tended to by my mother. I showed her the picture after the weekend, and she was like, I'm coming over and taking care of you. At least until my dad's going to take me tomorrow, or maybe it's the next day. I need to ask them, actually. In fact, I'll text them. No, I'll do it later. But, yep, I'm being taken care of. No worries. So I get dropped off. My flight is this past weekend on my trip. Flight's at 7 a.m. Bright and early. Waking up at 5 a.m. Get dropped off. And I have forgotten my phone. And the person who dropped me off did not pay their phone bill. So I'm unable to call them. It's probably sitting in the back seat. Can't call them. So I have to wait for them to get back to their house, get connected to the internet, and have my friend call them on Discord to come back. I sat there and I was like, you know what? I think I could get by without my phone. I don't think I need my phone, technically. Yes, would it make it, like, very difficult? But I think I could get by a weekend. It's difficult because I'm on a trip, obviously, but I could have done it. I think I could have done it. I would have, I talked to the people at the front. I would be using, like, the landline telephones, probably. I don't really know, to call, like, a cab or whatever. Because I had my wallet. Don't get me wrong, it would have been a pain, but how are you going to watch misinformation on TikTok? Two-factor for anything? I don't know, but... Mama Chini, no, I hate CaspurrCatacini 143. My mom's in the chat. Do they have... Surely they have landline phones. I mean, think of how many, like, old, unsavvy people that they get at an airport. So that was a pain. But, and I forgot my earphones. So I raw-dogged the flights. It was only a 3-hour flight. Back and forth. But I had to raw-dog it. I just sit there, and I raw-dogged it. No headphones. Couldn't listen to music. Couldn't watch anything because I didn't have Wi-Fi. Maybe I could have watched something with subtitles, but I couldn't. And, yeah, I raw-dogged it. I'm getting better at raw-dogging these flights. A flip phone. Man, gosh, I need, like... I really need... I think my phone fell out of my pocket is probably what happened. I need to put, like, a big, giant keychain on it that jingles. Jingle, 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 jingle. Did I sleep? I had a middle seat, so it was hard. I couldn't rest my head. And I'm quite a tall person, so... I couldn't really sink into the back of my seat, because, it's just... I'm too tall. So I kind of did this thing where I would kind of fall asleep and I go, ah! I'd get jerked awake. Cat with bells, tracks. I was carrying this thing and it had bells on it. It was like this big plushie. And I was walking through my hotel lobby and it was like jingle, 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 jingle. And I was like, oh man, that's so annoying. And I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. Those collars we put on, like, cats... Oh! Ah! I don't know what that was. Sometimes you have a heart palpitation. I don't know. Ever get a heart palpitation in chat? I don't know. But, you think of those cat collars with a little jingly bell? I thought, man, that's got to be annoying. Ever think of it that way? Imagine someone was ringing a bell in your... I don't know what's happening. That was my curses. Oh, you're like when Harry Potter is playing Quidditch and those two people, Snape and the other guy, are going trying to control the thing. Yeah, I don't know what that is. The foot parasite? No. Did I eat well today? No, I did not. I had a coffee and, like, a scrambled egg and a slice of bacon. Well, I guess that's good. I get maybe not healthy necessarily. Any turbulence? Yeah, a lot of turbulence on the touchdown. And I mean, I shouldn't do this. But I kept thinking about that UPS plane that like exploded. You see that camera footage where the guy's in the car and he goes, "Oh shit!" I couldn't help but think of it. But I survived. You know, every time I travel, I feel like every time I travel on a secret mission, I usually go because of some sort of event or happening or whatever, and I stay near a popular, or I stay at like whatever the popular hotel is for the venue. Why is there never any stuff? For those of you operatives who travel a lot, chime in on my commentary here. You stay at these big fancy hotels, and it's like, all right, let's go get something to eat, or I need to go to Target to get some water, or whatever. It's never close. There's never anything close to these big venue places. It's like, oh, I mean, the AT&T corporate headquarters is next door, but do we need to go to Target? Oh, we need to take a 15-minute Uber. That's going to cost $70 to get some bottles of water. I bet you clapped, Mr. White Girl. Hey! I'm not clapping any Mr. White girl. No. But I do get a little nervous on takeoff and land. I have to admit, I've been flying for so long. And I don't get like super nervous, but I do get a little nervous on takeoff and land. You did an Instacart order? What is Instacart? Instagram has a delivery service? Renting a car for the trip. Yeah, but I didn't want to just because, well, my foot is hurt, so I can't drive necessarily. But the parking is always such a nightmare. Hey, Pat Ware, thanks for the raid. Thanks so much, Pat. The jug. Oh, that's scary. No, stop jugging me. I don't like that. It was only a 3-hour flight that I raw dogged, by the way. I'm getting better at it. Have you seen Gen Z rediscovering meditation? There's like a trend, like not looking at my phone or doing any social media for 15 minutes challenge, and they record themselves just sitting there. Gen Z is rediscovering what meditation is. Always raw dogging. Okay, so there's like terms, like I think they're called euphemisms, right? Like raw dogging, or like edging, right? I saw a post by a teacher that was like, some kid in her class was like, "Man, you're edging us with this class party, Miss Whatever," and she was like, "Oh my God, how dare you say? You can't say that!" And then the whole class, she was recalling the story. The whole class was like, "What are you talking about, Miss Whatever? You're so old." And then she was like, you can't say edging. That's so sexual." And they're like, "What? No, it's not. It means this." And it was this moment where like the millennials and I mean obviously older, but are becoming the new boomers, because it goes back to like, I mean, it hasn't been this way in a while, but like, it sucks, right? That sucks. It's like, what is that referring to? Sucks cock. That's all, you know, or like that blows. So it's weird that like it's now caught up to the millennials to hear stuff like edging or raw dogging, right? But the euphemisms, right? It's like using some kind of suspect term used to describe or has some origin in some sort of like something not good, sexual thing, like raw dogging or edging, and use it to describe like a normal thing. So it's like, I raw dogged that flight. That's a euphemism, right? Using a sexual thing to describe doing something normal, which is just sitting on a plane without doing anything or having my phone. But did you know that there's like the opposite? Does anyone know the term to describe the opposite? Like using, oh God, okay, so if a euphemism is using a sexual thing to describe a normal thing, it's using a normal term to describe something Explicit. Choking the chicken. That's a good one. What's another example? I forget what the term is, but apparently there's a term to describe that. There's like the reverse of what a euphemism is. Being polite? No. It has a specific name. Whamda! Thanks for the 10 gifted, Whamda. Thanks so much. Spanking the monkey. All right. I don't know what I've never heard about. Oh, okay. You guys are sick. I don't know what that is. Innuendo? No. Whamda, thanks so much for the 10 gifted. I'm searching it up. Opposite of a euphemism. Okay, they're saying dysphemism. A dysphemism. Or it's also called a cacophonism, I guess. I'm learning so much from Boss. Yes! Uh-huh. Being a gooner. What the... Whamda, thanks for the 10 gifted. Such a sweet gesture on my return here. I'm glad to be back. Man, traveling is... God. I used to kind of enjoy it. Like, ooh, look at me. I'm traveling. You feel like a big grown-up. I'm gonna work. I don't like it. I get tired. When goon meant being a minion. Oh my god, wait, gooning! Wait, what is that? Why did people start using that to describe... I actually don't know the origin of gooning. That right, gooning. Wait, is that even a right thing? To goon has never really been... I guess that's a what did I just say? A dysphemism? Okay, so Game of the Years, the Game Awards. What do we think about the list? Let's go over it. I mean, the fact that we even take the Game Awards to be a legitimate thing, I don't know how they've tricked us all. Because I think from the very beginning, we have seen the Game Awards as being this kind of like sleazy, self-inserted, paid-for thing. And somehow they just kept doing it, and we just kind of took it to be a big deal. Not to dunk on it too much, but like, it's weird how we actually take it seriously. Are you going to react Andy to it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I can, wait. Game of the Year. Okay, it's not... The website's not even working! Okay. When is it? The Game Awards, December 11th. December 11th. Game of the Year. Claire Obscure. Expedition 33. What is that? Why is it called Claire Obscure? I actually started playing this. I rage quit Arc Raiders. And I bought, downloaded, and started playing Expedition 33. I am... Let's see what my game time is. I've played... But a pitiful 3.5 hours of it. And so I'm trying to figure out what the hype is all about. Is Claire Obscure the name of like a series? Why isn't it just called Expedition 33? I mean, that doesn't matter. I'm playing it, and so far I don't really know what the hype is all about. It is moody, and I like it, but so far it just seems like a RPG without us. How dare you game without us to backseat? You know, hey, don't make me boot it up right now. But it's very interesting. One of the main characters from the very beginning just has their shoes off, which I think is very interesting. And of course, there's probably some deep lore reason, but I think someone slipped in their little fetish there. But yeah, I just started playing that Clair Obscur. I think like I'm holding out for a hero. Okay, I'm not gonna judge it too harshly. I'm gonna play it some more and really see what the game is all about. And I think one of the common things I hear about this is it is fun for people who don't really like RPGs, JRPGs, right? I don't know what it is yet, but there's supposed to be some sort of subversion or maybe some sort of twist, put it on the top of its head to make it fun. And I don't hate it, but what I do hate, I think, is the JRPG genre. I just don't think I enjoy that. So I'm holding out. I'm gonna keep playing it, and if it wins me over, I will be very impressed. Also, my right bumper button is broken, which is like one of the main gameplay mechanics. So that is not adding to the experience, methinks. Turn-based specifically, just like that kind of game. Honkai Star Rail. Even Digimon, as much as I hate to admit it. Death Stranding 2? I think Kojima forgot that he's making video games. That's my statement on that. Death Stranding 2. I think somewhere along the lines, he has to remember that he's making a video game that you're supposed to play. I'm not going to say it's bad necessarily, but like I think to be game of the year, it has to be a video game first and foremost. I know story's important. I mean, this is my hot take. Story shouldn't get you that many points. Like I think there should be like a limit to how good a story is, right? I think that maybe that applies to, at least from what I see people talk about, Expedition 33. Like I think it should be the game part of it needs to be important. A limit to how good a story is crazy. Hold on, I haven't gotten through this. Maybe you'll think me more apologetic when I talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza. I don't think this game is getting enough credit. Like here's the thing. I think there's this old like guy who played competitive games a long time ago. I'm not really sure what he's popular for, but his name is Shroud, and he's been dunking on Clair Obscur. I'm gonna defend the story games to a degree, right? I think, it's like, oh my god, like these story games always win Game of the Year, and it's like I think this guy thinks he's like, oh, Arc Raiders should be Game of the Year. No, it shouldn't. It should not. Arc Raiders kind of sucks. Okay, it does, because here's the thing. I was playing it, and 6 games in a row, I played it before my trip. 6 games in a row, I get mowed down by people with Venator 6s. Venator 4s. They had level 4 Venators, and for 6 games in a row, I got destroyed. All right, and on the 6th game, I was in Discord with my friend. I said, if I get killed by Venator 4 again, I'm going to uninstall this game. Okay? And not only did I die to someone with a Venator 4, before he got a chance to execute me, a third person came and shot his Venator 4. You can tell because the sound of the gun, and mowed down that guy. That just mowed me down. And I was like, that's enough of that. And I uninstalled it. And so it's like, oh, this game has been metagame to hell and back, and it's unplayable. Right, and the meta of it, where it's like, these extraction shooter games, you want to hoard your weapons, and you get like a high rarity thing, and it should feel like, oh, I got this good thing. But it got to a point where like I'm getting these high rarity items, but instead of feeling like I want to keep it, I'm instantly breaking them down for base parts for like the meta gun, the low-level meta gun, and it's like, well, this game sucks, I think. But it's addicting to play. I do think the gameplay is sort of addicting. So, you know what? I think, you know, Alan, hello, Alan. How are you doing? My trip was good, but my foot is squished. I think that, like, I'm playing Expedition 33, and then, like, I get what Shroud is saying about it, because I'm playing, I'm like, oh, this is, my friend put it, he put it in a good way. He calls it, and he quite likes it, and he thinks it should win Game of the Year, which, that is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it shouldn't win Game of the Year, because I just started playing it. I'm going to try to play more of it before the Game Awards, hopefully. But he said it's Oscar bait, the game, which is like, I get that. You know, it's like, you kind of make it this too deep for you, like, emotional kind of angsty thing, and then you have Charlie Cox on it, and it's kind of like Oscar bait the game. So, you know, I don't know. But that's what I'm saying, where it's like, something with Death Stranding 2, where it's like, guys, that's why I say something like that, where it's like, there should be a limit on how much the story affects our perception of this game, because it's like, because I never played Death Stranding 1. I watched all the cutscenes on YouTube. 4K, no commentary. And that's what I started to do with Death Stranding 2. I haven't finished it, but like... Hey, Buck, how are you doing? Also, did you see Kojima broke his back? He hurt his back, and I was like, I wanted to make this tweet, but I felt like maybe I would get in trouble, or I don't know what. Maybe it was in bad days, but he hurt his back, right? And I wanted to tweet, bro broke his back bending over to suck Hunter Schafer's toes. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to implicate her in this. So I decided not to tweet that. But I thought that was a funny tweet. Well, because you know how like they had the model for that one character in Metal Gear where they had to like take HD 3D scans of the soles of her feet to put in the video game. He broke his feet attaching all the motion sensors to the bottom of Hunter Schafer's feet for their next project. Quiet, yes. Why'd you get to feet as fast as possible, man? That's what I know about him. Also, it's topical because I squished my foot and it's hurt. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I think people are writing that game off. It's one of my most played games this year. I think it's the opposite, where people are gassing up Expedition 33 for its story, but I think they're downplaying Donkey Kong Bonanza's chances in this because it's like, well, it's just a random Mario game where it's like it's Donkey Kong and he smashes things. I think it's not going to get enough credit here. I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is really good. And I don't think most people gave it a chance, and most people didn't buy it to play it. I said, hold on, I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth, Lane. I didn't say Donkey Kong Bonanza is better than Expedition 33. When did I say that? I didn't say that. I just said, I don't think people are giving it enough credit. Hades 2, I know nothing about it. Hollow Knight, I know nothing about it. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I did see some gameplay for it. It looks fun. I don't really know. Maruru, hello. You're literally implicating it. Whoa, whoa, don't implicate. You're the one implicating me. You're implicating me, making an implication. I didn't say anything of the sorts. I played Donkey Kong, and I just started Expedition 33. I guess I'm not a gamer anymore. I really should follow the... you know what? Next year, I'm going to be a gamer. Nah, never mind. I changed my mind already. I don't want to play these games. I just don't think I can. I mean, these games come out and I think, oh, maybe I can stream that. But I sit down and I'm like, do I want to buy this game and stream it? Something like, I don't know. Like Hades 2, that came out, and it was kind of popular, and it's like, oh, the sequel to Hades, and I was just like, no. I'm going to play I'm going to play something else instead. Like, what is that new SpongeBob game that came out? Titans of the Tide. Ooh. Oh, heck yeah. Listen, you might get this stream. I'm hesitant because it's $40, but it's made by THQ. I think it's the same people who made Battle for Bikini Bottom. And you know what? Maybe this is telling. Maybe I don't have the artistic vision to really understand what makes a game good. Because I'm on my SpongeBob Titans of the Tide grind, okay? And Planet Crafter just got a DLC called the Toxicity DLC. And I'm quite excited to play that. Maybe I'll play it on stream. Who knows? When I was asking people about MMOs, they said that this game was going to come out called Where Winds Meet. That has come out, I'm pretty sure. Your laptop, speaking of which, I'm hoping here it's time for the Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale. I'm hoping to make either a purchase, upgrade, or something. So we'll see. But apparently RAM is like super, super expensive. I don't really know. Uses AI for NPC chat. Don't play that shit. What? It's the SpongeBob game? No way. Why? Also, is it actually AI? Like generative AI, or is it text-to-speech? Not an ideal time to buy a PC, no. Yeah. Just when I needed it most. Where Winds Meet. Oh. Well, I wasn't going to play it because it looks like a bad game. Okay, maybe that's not fair. I'm not looking to play... The thing is, this is not an MMO. It's just like... It's an RPG game that has some very surface level, like... Oh, there's other people walking around you, but it's not... Like, that's not an MMO. And it makes me angry that people were even saying it's an MMO. That is, like, not nowhere near being an MMO. RAM just went up 30-50%. That sucks. I should have bought it when I was thinking about it. Hey, Chibi-chan. Hello. How are you? It's like calling Genshin... Yes, that's a perfect example. It's like calling Genshin Impact an MMO. Which, that was actually one of the things I was very disappointed when the game came out. I was like, ooh, can we play together? And I remember my friends who were really into Genshin being like, yes! And then we played together, and I was like, this is not what I was thinking. Is generative AI played it and it deadass opened with an AI chatbot. You know what's sad is, like, I think that and this is eventually the bubble will pop because AI can't actually do anything. But, like, why? I think a very similar sentiment with VR. Like, the application of AI. Why are they using it for they're using it for, like, the worst stuff, right? Why are they using it for the voices? I mean, when it comes to voice acting, I don't want to, like, disparage the work, but is it not, like, it's just so easy to have a guy go, all right, come into the booth. Now go like this. Hey, nice. Maybe next time. Like, that's not where the AI should be. Something for, like, I don't know, an MMO. Like, I think it would be cool if there was some sort of use case where, like, I mean, you know, calling it AI, first of all, is fucking not true. I think people get angry when I go on these spiels about AI. So, this next segment is for you.
Hey,
How we doing today? Yeah. Did you eat? You're taking care of yourself, yeah? Good. Okay, back to my rant. Like, it would be cool if, like, an NPC could actually learn from you, right? And you can talk to it. And it could maybe, you know, because the NPC experience where it's like, hey, there's social things, but it's not anywhere smart enough. You just click the options and, like, maybe you can get a worse deal or a better deal if you were able to, like, build a relationship and say the right things to like, an NPC, right? But it's never going to be used that way, which sucks. Duro Doll from Marathon? What is that? I don't know. Is it Marathon the game that got canceled? It was going to come out, but they stole from that one artist for some reason. Well, how about this? As like, you know, you think in simple terms. I did see the Steam hardware, Emery. I did see it. Do you think I could... You know what my thought was? Can I stream from it? I wonder. No, there's no way. Original Marathon. Oh, was something like that there? You know, people are using AI to, like, do voice acting and do, like, art and stuff. But the most popular games ever are, like, the most dog shit game with, like, the worst art direction I've seen in my life. It's like the best MMO art out there is, like, WoW. Is there even any voice acting in WoW? And it looks like everything is made out of Play-Doh. Counter-Strike 2. That game, I think it did get a remapping of the visuals a long time ago. But I don't think people play it because it's like, oh man, bomb defused. Like, people don't play it because, oh shit, that's so good, that voice there. You should use generative AI so that all the people can be like, reloading now. No one gives a shit. People are playing the worst looking games I've ever seen in my life. Are the most popular games today. WoW didn't have voice acting. That's I swear someone told me that they were like retroactively adding the voices to like a bunch of NPCs. I swear someone told me that. Maybe that already happened. That was from a long time ago. Or, you know, people like me who played MapleStory, and it's been like this sensation, like this cult classic sensation, where there's like zero voice acting. But then again, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33 is going to win 57 Grammys and Oscars and Academy Awards because it has, like, these great performances from, like, Andy Serkis, Charlie Cox, and the rest of them. So that's an exact antithesis to what I was just saying. So I guess people do care about it. I don't know. Does Factorio have voice acting? Are you ready for the MapleStory Idol RPG coming out soon? No! God! You know why? You know what? Arc Raiders, it's over before it began! Arc Raiders, Shroud, I hate to break it to you, Mr. Shroud. Do you know who is the publisher of Arc Raiders? I found this out. My friend told me. Nexon! Get out while you can, big boy! Because it's over! Nexon's in charge of your game? It's donezo. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts, buddy. I have seen Nexon take the best games I've ever seen in my life and continuously break them down into nothing. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. God. The MapleStory Idol RPG. Yeah, I've been getting ads on that on, like, TikTok and Instagram, actually. And I was like, what is this thing? My brother told me about it. It's like, that's what... Why aren't they focusing on releasing MapleStory Classic? What is this? Like, I know it's going to be a different department or a different team or something. But that's still, like, energy and resources that they, like, consciously made. Like, what is happening there in Nexon? God, Nexon. All right, what do they have under their belt right now? Ah, the First Descendant. Okay, I mean that's another one. First Descendant. I was so excited for that game. The First Descendant. It was kind of like a Destiny clone with like Booba. Jesus, I mean, that is a perfect example of Nexon taking something. I don't think it was groundbreaking necessarily, the First Descendant, but they ran that down quick, the First Descendant. Oh my lordy. You would get excited over that. I liked it. I mean, Destiny's not Destiny anymore. I think they were actually perfectly poised because Destiny 2, let's not get started on that, but that's Jover as well. And to think that they could have perfectly positioned themselves to be a replacement for all the people that were, like, yearning for Destiny 2. They were just a Destiny clone. Or maybe Warframe. I know people compared it to Warframe. Bungie's so cooked. Why is everything so cooked? Everything is so cooked. Blue Archive. Is it Archive? No, it's Archive. But it's okay. For me, gaming's been okay. I do have, like, the promise of the MapleStory Classic coming out. And for some amount of time, it will be good until they make it bad. And I'll just enjoy it while it lasts. But I'm playing Expedition 33, which has been pretty fun so far. Except for my right bumper being broken. That's the parry button, which is, like, the most important one. The First Descendant used AI, made you drop it. You know, I think that's good that we say, hey, if it uses some sort of generative AI, I denounce it. I don't want my games to have that. Like, I think that's a good thing to do. People say, like, oh, they don't actually care, and it's like some sort of moral flag waving. And I think, like, yes, it is, and I think that's a good thing. Like, you can wave the moral flag, and I can pick and choose depending on based on the situation, you know? Like, people say it's like, oh, that's too woke or something. It's like that. I think it's good to say, like, you know what, I don't like it because of this, or and you know, and they try to catch you in these gotcha moments where, like, oh, wait a minute, now you care about this. And it's like, I think that's fine, you know. That's a very dog whistling thing people do in general, where it's like, where do we draw the line? And it's like, I choose to draw the line where I draw the line, and I can look at other people around me and we agree that this is where the line is drawn. And maybe some people want to draw their line maybe too far or too close, but I have the agency to say, like, I don't agree with where that other person is drawing the line, but this is where I draw mine. And I might decide to draw my line somewhere else because I'm not a computer. And I can draw my line somewhere else if I get more information or more knowledge, or my perspective changes. Draw lines all the time. So it's not like in defense of it, but I did see, I think it was Nexon, no, Krafton? I forget who, but they said, hey, look, stop trying to criticize us for using AI. Just assume every company is using it. And that is like a very scary thing to hear. And it's probably true is the thing, right? Like, let's be honest. I think even the companies we think are good, there's probably some form of generative AI being used in some capacity, sad to say. Because it's like steroids. If you're a fitness influencer, it's like, why would they do it? Because they can do it, they don't have to tell anyone, no one can verify it, and everyone else is doing it. So why would you as a fitness influencer not take steroids, right? It's readily available, no one can ever catch you unless you outright say it yourself, And every single one of your competitors and peers are probably using it. So why would you not use it yourself? That's kind of how I see it. And I'm not making a statement. Like, that's obviously not to say it's like, it's okay or like not okay, right? But it's just sort of like, they're probably right. Every single company is probably using it. Which is, there's no real statement to be said about that. Like, what do we do exactly? It's kind of a, you know, it's kind of depressing because it's like, okay, well, what's the statement to be made on that? And it's just like, I don't really have there's nothing to be said, right? It's just probably is happening. Unfortunately, I don't have something to say in terms of like, well, that means we should do X, Y, or Z. It's just kind of like, well, that's just, I mean, remember how I said, like, I think a lot of people would say something like that, like, hey, but every other company uses it, so you denouncing it is not gonna mean that it stops because it's too far gone, right? And I don't think that that is a reason for you to just say, well, I still don't like it, right? Because there's another example where it's like, as much as we can sit here and denounce it, we're the odd ones out, right? Because there are, I said this before, there are probably 150 students and faculty at the nearest university next to you using it in such excess. You know, it's such excess. I'm not saying like, oh, can you generate me like this idea here? They're using it like 2,500 times a day for every waking moment that they're awake, right? It's like the water consumption, blah, 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 blah. That's happening. The nearest university near you is using it in unimaginable volumes. But I don't think, you know, it's right to say like, well, then just whatever then, F it. You know, but, because that's obviously not the answer. That being said, I'm going to be a little unwoke about it. Which, that's a whole conversation to have about, like, how people weaponize. So there's a thing. It's like, they've turned the term woke to be, like, a negative thing, right? I think that this happens in politics a lot, where they take, like, a simple descriptor and they arm it to be, like, a negative term to weaponize it. Because it's like, I think being woke is good, right? Because woke is, like, oh, it's like they're woke because their eyes are open to something that is usually masqueraded around them, right? I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But to be unwoke, I do think I've seen some conversations about like some sort of text-to-speech features are, I think, in my opinion, not the same as like generative AI, right? But then now we're getting to really gray territories where it's kind of hard to say. It's like my instinct to say like that's bad, but I don't know. I don't know how we contend with it. Is it dangerous to make these, what is it? Not acquisitions, these, to acquiesce to these weird gray boundaries? I don't really know. And it's not my problem. Someone will figure it out, surely. Right? We live in a world where there are smart people and they'll make the best choices for me. Huh? Right? Right? Guys? Yes? Get that firsthand as an operative. Yep. Wait, what? Anywho, Maple Story. I got this. It was crazy. It was crazy. there was this artist, Striped Pants, I think, or Pants Striped or something. They made these really cute Maple Story desk mats. And I saw them. They had like a booth at this place I went to. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. I'd like to buy that. And she was like, wait, I know you. And I was like, huh? She's like, right. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, I've done like stuff on YouTube or this and that. Hey, Sakura, how are you doing? And they're like, yeah, I know. And then they proceeded to say something from like way before. Like a very deep cut. And I was just so surprised. It wasn't anything that I'm doing currently or have done in years. And I was like, oh wow. And that's very weird because you have such a strong sense of yourself, right? Of like what you are and what people are talking about when it comes to you and your discussions, or what the discussions might be about you. And here this person was, you know, just completely has a different lens of who I am. Because they're probably thinking of like stuff I was doing in 2014, 2013, over 10 years ago. And so it was just very interesting to hear that. So I heard I got to meet Johnny Young Bosch, who was a voice actor, maybe my favorite voice actor. Johnny Young Bosch, he is, I mean, people know him as like the Power Ranger, but I don't really know him as the Power Ranger. I know him as Ichigo from Bleach, and actually, I think most importantly, Lelouch from Code Geass. I think that's his best role, his best performance. But it's funny because whenever I see the promo for his appearances, they put Ichigo, but they don't put Lelouch on there. I don't ever see Lelouch as being one of the, I think he was Dante from the newest Devil May Cry thing. But it's funny, he was wrapping up at, he was at this booth and he was wrapping up, and I was like, can I meet that guy? Nero? But I was like, do I have to pay? And they're like, actually, he's wrapping up right now. You can just go say hi. So I literally got to say hi like right before he packed up his things and stuff. And I had a funny, well, you know, I was just like, again, not that I'm the most famous person in the world, but I got to be a little bit of a fan. Right, this person doesn't know who I am. Which, okay, so went undercover. I got to go to this event and make a special appearance, and they got to share my knowledge of whatever secret agent activities might be appropriate. No, that is not Edward Elric. Edward Elric is someone very different. Very different. We don't talk about that guy anymore. But it's funny because we get there. I forget. Wait, what was I gonna? I forgot my train of thought. But anyways, so I was like, I grew up listening to your voice. My absolute favorite, I think your best performance is Lelouch from Code Geass. Spoiler alert for Code Geass, right? And he goes, "Oh yeah, thank you. What did you think of the ending?" And I was like, "Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great." And he goes, "Yeah, do you think he should have brought him back?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I don't think so. Because I think it takes away from the ending." And he was like, "Oh, yeah? Okay." And then I thought about it, and I basically said, "Nah, I don't think you should have gotten more job to do. I don't think you should have gotten the work." Because it was like, him not coming back means that he doesn't get to do more work as Lelouch. Right? Have you watched Absolute Cinema yet? What is that, Capalbly? God, I gotta say, Arc Raiders, it is very addicting. It is very addicting. I uninstalled it, but my friends, they keep pressuring me, and I don't want to buckle. Chainsaw Man, no, I have not. Well, we're waiting for my friend. He's had quite a packed schedule lately, and we're having trouble finding a time where everyone's free. I want to. I don't even. Is it even still in theaters? I might have missed the window. I don't know. You know what I wanted to do today? I wanted to do an art stream, because have you seen this Freerin thing where some guy tried to draw Freerin from like a difficult perspective? And I was like, I thought maybe, well, I've been away for a while, so I thought maybe it'd be better just to chat. But I thought we would do a stream where I tried to draw that angle. I thought it'd be funny. Maybe tomorrow we'll do that, or whenever the next time I stream. You know, I think that's a funny little thing, because it's like, I mean, you know, not as like a criticism, but like obviously the guy is like an inexperienced artist or maybe just starting out or something. And it's like, man, you picked like one of the hardest things to draw, you know, which is just funny because it's like, why is the noob entering the endgame dungeon? You know what I mean? Like, geez, you know, it's like, I think it's good, like, hey, how do I get better? You know what the rest of us experienced artists answer is? Don't draw that perspective. That's what we would do. Side 3/4 side profile, here I come. There you go, buddy. So that's good. Yeah, aim for the stars. Is the angle supposed to be where the... I think it's more like under the chin, not really... Well, I guess it's everything, huh? Hold on. Let me think if there's anything else about Texas. I mean, I was surprised it wasn't like cowboys and dust devils and tumbleweeds. The food. Here's the thing. I've spent most of my life in the place I grew up in, which is Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is kind of a hellscape. It's kind of a for lack of better words, it's kind of a shithole, if I'm being honest. It's filled with a bunch of weird, like, I don't know what the word is, nomadic, not nomads, maybe transients is what I'd say. It's filled with a bunch of weirdos. It's not pretty. The architecture, it's soulless. It's cookie cutter apartments built around the strip. And it's kind of a nightmare. But the one thing about Vegas is that I'd say is that the food, some of the best in the world, because it's a big tourist spot. So you know what? In terms of the cuisine, you can have some of the best sushi, barbecue, Chinese, Indian, most things you could find a really good spot for it. It's kind of like I don't know, I would say like probably LA or New York. The buffets in the casinos, yeah, like in terms of food, because I've gone to a lot of places, Japan, I got Texas barbecue. Every time I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's a little bit better than in Vegas, but the Vegas stuff is not that much better. It's pretty good. But I know most people live in places where like you've never had sushi or you've never had barbecue. But like Vegas is such a melting pot that I'm quite lucky to be able to eat anything at any time. And that's why I'm gigantic. And I hunger so much. How could you not when you have access to the best food in the world? I'm trying to avoid saying Chungus. I think my Quark Chungus arc is going to come to an end. I think I did say Pupper this weekend, and my friend said, don't say that. I didn't even realize I said Pupper. But there is a dog, and I think I said that's a pupper, or something along the lines of some usage of the word pupper. And I think that time has come, and it's time for it to pass. No longer shall the word pupper be used. It's hard, because when I look at pickles, all I can think of is the term chonk, or chungy. A heckin'? Okay, a heckin', you're pretty far gone. I don't think that there's any saving you. I think the Quark Chungus is probably taken over. Like some virus. Chonk is cute. Okay, can we agree that Chonk is an acceptable Quark Chungusism? I feel like Chonk is not at the same level as Doggo or Pupper. Just say whatever you want, man. Who cares? Everyone! Everyone cares! That is society! Just dress however you want. Everyone cares! If you're dressing quote-unquote like you don't care, guess what? You're dressing like you care, because it is a conscious choice. No matter how you look or what you say, everything is a choice. If you want to dress in like a graphic tee and cargo shorts because you quote unquote don't care, guess what? That's you caring. Everything cares, and that's okay, because that's called living in a society. That is because you are a human. It is okay to care about things. It doesn't make you better than other people to not care, because you can't. Because if you truly didn't care, you'd walk out completely naked going, because you wouldn't be socialized and living with other people. Stop yelling at us. I'm sorry. Why are you yelling? Okay, I won't yell at you. Be cringe, be free. But what I'm saying is that it's not possible, because if you're trying to be cringe, you're choosing to be something. But really, why do you care? What I'm saying is that that's not something you can choose not to do. Every single person does care. And you're coping if you think that you truly don't care, because it is a conscious choice. You have to like make the decision, and that is you caring. Oh yeah, did you ask every single person? No, just my chat, and that's pretty much every single person. The only opinion that matters is yours. But you do not live in a vacuum. Any single person, regardless of their background, exists in the context of the people around them. And I care because I'm a functioning member of society, and I recognize that I am a product of the people around me. Every single person doesn't matter. You know what? I like that. Christmas Bomb, thanks for the Prime sub. Thanks for the 5 months. Driving to Olive Garden with my dad. What should I get? I love a fettuccine Alfredo. I don't know if you're a fan of that pasta, but whenever I go to like a family restaurant like that, I usually get a fettuccine Alfredo. Hopefully they have broccoli in it. This is what I'm going to say. Fettuccine. You like fettuccine? Wait, you like fettuccine? Get breadsticks? Okay, but you don't want to get too full on the breadsticks. Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't know why. You know, you go to these places and it's like, oh, I dropped something. They give you like unlimited chips. You ever gone to a place where they give you, I think Chili's does it. You get unlimited chips. Breadsticks. I actually don't know why a restaurant does that, because then you get full. It makes sense if they do that at a buffet. If you go to a buffet and they offer you like, hey, before you order, you want some chips on the house or breadsticks, that makes sense because they're trying to get you to be full. And if you're full, you're not gonna order or eat as much. But when it's at a place like Olive Garden or like Chili's or something, they want you to spend as much as they can get you to spend to eat at the restaurant. So why would they want you to get full on their chips or breadsticks? Because then you're going to be full and not order as much, right? Is the incentive that good to get people through the door? I mean, it's good for, again, what I'm saying is it's good for the person who eats at the place. They don't expect anyone to order to... Oh, there's I see the market research. The idea is to trick people into thinking they're getting better value since they're getting infinite free food. That makes sense. Like, okay, maybe maybe not everyone is a glutton like me, because I guess you would say that most people would only order one dish anyways. But see, if that's the case, then why even give them more value with the chips? Because they're going to order at least one thing anyways. I guess it makes sense if they... I don't know. A loss leader to get people in the door at all. I see. They incur the loss just to get you there. Like the Costco hot dog. Alright, it's time to start McCheenies. We have the market research done. Yeah, a scam you could learn from by giving us infinite raises. I don't know if that's the same. I could give you infinite chips, but then I would have an entire agency of very full double stuffed operatives full of chippies and salsa. CPK, is that California Pizza Kitchen? I love California Pizza Kitchen. They have this Kung Pao spaghetti. It's like Kung Pao chicken or shrimp, I think, but it's like in pasta form, and I get that all the time when I go. I don't even get pizza. They also have this avocado egg roll. I'm a weirdo. I like to get things that aren't the thing that the thing is known for. I don't get pizza at California Pizza Kitchen. I don't get pho at pho. What else do I not get at a thing that is meant for that? Oh, I love getting chicken from Pizza Hut. There's chicken wings. I order the chicken wings from Pizza Hut all the time. I get it all the time, actually. It's pretty good. He's not like the other customers, no. You got a fish sandwich. No, okay, but that's different. People said Culver's that's a good thing to get from Culver's. I swear. Boneless or wing in? Boneless. I usually like wing in, but the Pizza Hut, I like getting the tendies. Do you get a hamburger when you go out for Chinese? Okay, well at In-N-Out, I get the Flying Dutchman where it doesn't come with buns. Which, is that weird to do? You're who put me on to Filet Fish. Let's go! Psychotic beverage. The Filet Fish is one of the best items at McDonald's, but it is uber expensive for what you get. I will admit, as an item, the Filet Fish is very expensive, but I think it's one of the best items. Burgers is Culver's most well-known entree. Well, when I did not get a chance to. I really, really wish I could. When I went to Texas for the first time this past weekend, so many people told me about this place called Buc-ee's, okay? Which, the way to describe it, it sounds like Five Nights at Freddy's to me. Hey, Mara. Thanks for the membership, Mara. Welcome to the personnel. It's not worth it to go to Mickey D's. No, not anymore. But Buc-ee's. So I had some food items from Buc-ee's. My friends and some people got me some things from Buc-ee's. So I had the nuggets, the Buck Nuggets, or what are they called? Bucky Nuggies? The Golden Nuggets? The Buc-ee's Beaver Nuggets. Beaver Nuggets. Okay, that was pretty good. I had an entire bag of cotton candy flavored saltwater taffy. That kept me fueled for the entire weekend. I had this like Parmesan oyster cracker, which was not my favorite. And they had this cheese puff thing that I really liked as well. But I didn't get a chance to have like a full meal or anything from there. And sadly, the Buc-ee's was too far for me to be able to slip away and try it for the weekend. So I have something on my list to do when I go back to that area. Did you get any Buc-ee's merch? I got a lot of Buc-ee's merch, actually. If you came to my office, you would think that I went to Buc-ee's, but sadly, I didn't go. Sweets, yeah, the saltwater taffy was really good. Did I get a Buc-ee's cup? No, but someone gave me a Buc-ee's, like, espresso shot cup. Like one of those tiny ones. Fake Buc-ee head. What was your favorite thing you ate? It was this place from, I think it was called the Pecan Lounge or something like that, or the Pecan's Ledge or something. And I had a baked sweet potato with brisket on top and mac and cheese. Yeah, the Pecan Lounge, I think. I didn't get a chance to have like classic barbecue, like big giant cuts of brisket or anything like that. But that was pretty good. I also had some street tacos from a place called Twisted Shot? I don't know. Pecan Lounge? Is that what it is? Pecan Lodge! Yes. That was probably my favorite thing that I had. That sweet potato, so good. I love me a spatago. Did you avoid tummy issues? No. No, I have not. And I don't know what's wrong with me, but for the past 3 weeks, I have had the most upset tummy I've ever had. I think I've been very stressed with my foot and the move and this work trip, so I think it's just maybe some stress issues with my tummy. But my tummy has not been good, and I've been eating a wide range of stuff. My mom put me on a diet of rice, water, Spam. Rice, water, Spam, that's it. And that's the only time that I will not have a stomach problem. How's my foot? It is really squished. And it's gotten worse. Unfortunately, I do have to say it got worse. And it used to only hurt when I put weight on it, but now when I'm just laying in bed, it will just hurt. So that it got worse. My foot is squished. I'm gonna go back to the doctors and see what can be done. I have a new foot brace that is bigger and more sturdy. And yeah, I got a little bit of a squished foot. But I'm okay. Just gonna recover. I had to be on my feet a lot, unavoidable. But now that I'm back home, just gonna be in bed or at my desk. That's it. I hate any sort of networking activity at these conventions. I love meeting people. I really do. I love meeting people. I love people in general. I love talking to people. But whenever it's a chance to go meet people and make some new friends, it's always at a bar, which makes sense because it's like a public place. They're open late and you can drink. But the music, for the past 5 years, I've been going to these little hangouts. And who agrees that the music should be so loud that you need to be screaming at the other person's ear? I'm literally over their shoulder. Their ear is 2 inches away from my mouth, and I gotta go, it's a little loud, don't you think? So loud at every single event I've ever been to. And has any single, I don't think, does anyone there, has anyone that has gone to a thing like this ever thought, you know what? Make it louder. You know what? This is good. This is good. Crank it up a little bit. Turn it down! I can't talk to anyone! There's this guy, so weird. I went to this event, and or not an event, just a meeting with some friends, and it was at a bar, and I went up to get a Shiner Bock. Randon put me on this, the Shiner Bock. It's a beer, and it is my favorite beer now. But you know, I just wanted to get a cup of it. A big buff guy with a big beard, bald buff guy with a beard, and he's like, "Hey!" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then me and my friend were there. He's like, "Oh, yeah. You liking this place?" I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah. They make it in Texas? Really? Oh, it was extra fresh then, straight from the cow." The guy was like, oh, talking about it, blah, 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 blah. And he was just like, man, so weird. Like, he's like, I work at this bar around the street. It's an arcade. I was like, oh, yeah? And he was telling us about it. And very obviously, he was like, maybe he's a little drunk, but he's like, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going to go to your arcade. He's like, oh, this and that. We got this and that. And he kept bringing it up, kept talking to us. And another friend had to come and save us and be like, okay, we'll check it out sometime. But he just would not get the hint. We were trapped. I was stuck in his domain expansion. He's like, you should go. You should go. You know? And I'm like, I'm not, dude, I'm here with friends. I'm not about to go. Leave this place and go to your arcade. Okay? First of all, I don't even like video games. But I'm not going. Go away. But people were friendly. People were friendly, I guess. He's not even a gamer. Who do you think I am? Mr. Streamer doesn't like video games. No, that's not true. I'm really liking Expedition 33. And if I need to buy a new controller with a working RB button to play that. Make sure your RB button is working if you play Expedition 33. Weren't you just hating on it? Is there... You know what? I'm just gonna... Can we just disable color on my stream so it's black and white? I think it'll be more comfortable for you guys. I think it'll be more what you're used to. Put a controller on throne? I wonder if there's warranty on my controller. Alright, damn. I didn't say I hated it. I've been playing it and I like it. I didn't even say that it wasn't deserving a Game of the Year. All I said was, let's be a little critical, you know, and just kind of commentate on it, okay? Here, the maker of Megabonk declined the Game Awards nomination because it's not actually his debut game. I did see that tweet. And can I just say, I played a lot of Megabonk, and I like Megabonk. I think it's a good game and one of the best games that came out this year. But it's like, guys, I'm pulling out of the race. I don't think Megabonk should take this. And it's like, brother, I don't think you have to worry about that, man. But sure, pop off, I guess. Go ahead and do this kind of weird virtue signal and pull out. But I don't think Megabonk was gonna win anything. Your weirdly rip-off Vampire Survivor Risk of Rain game wasn't gonna win Best Indie Game or Best Game of the Year. Okay? I mean, hey, I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. We streamed it a couple times. It's a good game, but, like, that's a real presumptuous statement I feel that guy was making. Like, go off, King. But that's okay. Because there's a lot of competition, you know? That's like me saying, like, guys, you know what? Like, I think the nominations are coming out for Streamer of the Year. We got a lot of tough competition. I just want to make it easy on anyone. I'm going to pull out of this right now. Okay? Or, like, Singer of the Year. Hey, guys, you know? It's like, not to disparage anything, but it's like, there's a time and place to make those statements. You know what I mean? And it's like, is that a humble thing to say that you're going to drop out? Or is that actually more of an egoist statement that you're making? I don't know. I don't know. You're my number one choice. As it should. As it should be. I don't think I streamed enough to deserve something like that, though, this year. I doth admit it. I don't think I was consistent enough for you guys. Maybe next year. I think this past year I was a little too on and off. I only debuted in the middle of the year. And, I am also pulling out. Liz, you're pulling out of the running? That's very gracious of you. Ah! Something's happening to me. I don't know what. Super busy. I was busy. I would like to be a little more consistent next year. All right, New Year's resolution. Take off any reading-related thing off my resolution list for 2026. To have some semblance of consistency is what I would like. I think having these projects to look forward to is really good. And I think me as a streamer, I'm very defined by my bits and my creativity. If I had to, based on what people have said to me, you know, people have different strengths. I think there's a lot of VTubers are known for their singing, or they're just chatting, or their controversy, or whatever. I think I kind of stick out in terms of, like, my little creative projects. But this past year, I think I tried focusing a little bit too much on the big music things, a little too much on small little random creative streams, and I kind of burnt out on just streaming in general and being present as a streamer. And that's something that I would like to focus on more in the next year, is that if I can do these creative projects and can afford the time and money to do them, I will. But I think I made the mistake of prioritizing them over everything else. And there have been weeks where I streamed like not even once. So this next year, I would like to have... And, you know, I would like cancel streams or reschedule them too often. Much too often for my liking. So, like, I guess when I say consistency is not to stream 5 times, 7 times a week. But, like, if I'm going to stream that, like, one single time that week, I would like there to be an expectation of, like, oh, like, this week I'm going to stream one day at this time, and I actually end up streaming that one day in that time. That's what I mean by consistency. I was kind of just all over the place with stuff this year. The New Year's resolutions going so far. We have failed our 2025 resolution. We'll get them next year. I know the year's not even over, but it's over. It's over. Next year. Balanced year with some fun trips and hard work too. I think that's a good thing to hope for. Year of the cat next year. Year of the Catacini. I think next year I would like to put speaking on that, I think I want to put more of an emphasis on, yeah, like I said, my streams, but like a more conscious, being more conscientious of my streaming. Because this year it was sort of like I had this mentality of like, oh, I have this big project or this special stream coming up. I just need to do filler streams until I could do that big reveal in that big stream, which I know kind of makes sense when it comes to these big projects, but I think that was like too much of a focus for me this year with like Undercover and some of these other releases. And I would just kind of be like, well, let me just stream for streaming's sake, just to check in. Which I don't think is like the worst thing. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing to do. I think that it makes sense that that sort of thing would happen. I'm just saying for me, this next year, particularly, I would like to not do that as much. Next year. So I guess I did a bunch, you know, I don't want to be like, what am I streaming today? Oh, SpongeBob Titans of the Tide just came out. All right, guys, we're streaming this in 1 hour. Show up or don't show up. Meh. A little more professional and focused. I would like to be like, hey guys, I know this big game's coming out. We're gonna stream that. Like for example. There's a comment that I replied to recently. Why have I not played Chapter 4 of Deltarune? You know, I should have played Deltarune Chapter 4 already, but I haven't gotten around to it. You know, I started the playthrough, and I should have gotten to it already, and I haven't. So stuff like that. Or like Silent Hill F. I don't know if you know this, but we never finished that game. Maybe I had a good reason to. I don't know, but we will probably never finish that game. I hate to say it, but I don't know when we'll get to it. Almost done with it. Next Halloween. The Kirby treatment. Okay, that's not fair. Kirby should never have even gotten that far to begin with. Not that I disliked it. Wait! Kirby! Kirby Air Ride release date. Holy! That comes out Thursday! Oh! Wow! Okay. Alright. Secretary, slot that in for me. Kirby Air Riders stream. Thursday. At 4 p.m. Put it in. Don't tell that to the secretary. That's not her job. Huh? Wait. Does it come out the 20th or the night of the 19th? Am I about to... It's okay. That's all right. We'll schedule it for the 20th. If it comes out marginally early, you guys can... Even better for me, because you guys can learn about all the annoying things and tell me about what the fixes are or how to navigate the menus or whatever it might be come to Thursday. Definitely streaming on Thursday. Major game releases? You know, I guess I've been a little contrarian to that. I often don't play the big games upon release. And then I end up wanting to play it and we stream it like 4 weeks after. Comes out 20th midnight. So like, it's the 19th night. It's the night of the 19th and on midnight it releases. Is that what you're saying? Hey, Heart Lily. Plan for the week? Yeah, I want to do an art stream tomorrow. I guess we can lock that in. It's going to be a short one. The art stream is going to be short. Sorry to say. Did I see the Shadow Tims? I did, and I didn't even want to think about it, because guess what? They're going to have 20 pairs in Tokyo, in Shibuya, and you have to line up at 3 a.m. in Shibuya for one night, and it's going to be all sold out by scalpers. So I don't even want to think about that. But I did see them, and they're cool as heck. We're going to do that Frieren head angle. We're going to do a stream on that. I'm going to try drawing things from that. Maybe different perspectives. I don't know. Art stream in general tomorrow. It's been a while. And then Kirby Air Riders on Thursday. No stream Friday. And probably no stream this weekend. Oh, wait. Oh, no. What time is my... I should be back for my appointment tomorrow. Maybe I'll get my redeem. Maybe. Who knows? Koi, thanks for the 15 months. Going back to Game of the Year, what even is your Game of the Year 2025? Probably Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Mine personally is definitely Mushroom Musume. Did that come out this year? Oh, of course, it's yours. Thank you for the 15 months, Koi. Welcome back. SpongeBob game? I've heard quite good things about the SpongeBob games. Hold your tongue. Who knows? For me? Let me think. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds? Probably Sonic Racing. That's probably my game of the year. I'm not surprised that a game like that wouldn't get it. Dog? What are you dogging me for? I was asked what mine was. Really? That's a pick? What are you talking about? It's a good racing game. Don't say that when the most popular game has been Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, dominating the Switch 2 sales. Or sorry, dominating the Switch 1 sales since it came out. People like racing. Pick a better one. This year, Water Park Simulator. Water Park Simulator. God, it doesn't have enough content for me to justify Water Park Simulator. Water Park Simulator would be up there for me. Donkey Kong, no question. Donkey Kong Bonanza is pretty good. I was quite addicted to it for a while. I never finished it, though. Digimon Story Time Stranger. I think it's got some pacing issues, and I love it. I love Digimon Story. But there's a little quality of life things that I don't think makes it worthy, sadly. Sad to say. It's a pretty good darn game, though. Was not all that? Hey! Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that it could have been really good, but there was a lack of depth and playability for me. It just needed a little bit more. It didn't really feel like a full game. Hey, Lambdra! Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Thanks so much, Lambdra. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Very sweet of you. Do I plan on finishing Time Story? Or, sorry, Time Stranger? Yeah, I'm whittling away at it. It's hard because I've added Expedition 33 to my rotation of gaming now. And it's quite good. But I want to play more of it. Maybe I'll try to play more of it, and by the time the Game Awards come, I'll be like, guys, nothing's ever gonna beat this game. Yeah, I started Expedition 33. It's good. Well, so I started it up and I streamed it. I streamed it to my friend in Discord. And in the beginning of the game, where you go to the island or whatever, you in the very beginning of the game, they go to the little area and then they get attacked, right? And he wakes up, and this is like was a key moment where I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this game. And there's a part where the main character is it Gustave? Gustav is there, and there's like all these dead bodies, right? All these freaking dead bodies, and he's on the beach. And then I look at that, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus, man!" And I say this, and my friend, I go, "Dude, if it was me, I'd just kill myself." And then literally at that moment, Gustav, he puts the gun to his head. And I was like, oh, that's so hilarious. I'm going to like it. It's not like this. It wasn't this cliche, like, anime protagonist game. He was like, dude, I just blow my brains out. Because it's such an impossible dark moment. If you know, it's in the beginning of the game. It's just like, dude, what are you going to do? Fight these things? Like, it's over. Like, how are you going to even contend with this? What is happening? I go, dude, I just kill myself. And he literally puts the gun to his head, like, at that moment. And we just start laughing so hard. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good game. CaspurrCatacini fan-made game is obviously game of the year, duh. You know, I would say that, but it's got Randon in it, and I just can't stand that guy, unfortunately. So it's gonna have to take a back seat here to Expedition 33. No, you guys know I'm kidding. Come on. Dude, what? He's the best character. Oh, hey, wait a minute. What do you mean? Hold on, best character? I was messaging him on the last day that I was on my trip. You know, and I was like, oh yeah, so, you know, I'm going to be back soon. We can get back to our streams and stuff. And then we were just talking. I sent him a picture of my foot, and he goes, oh, fuck, that looks broken. But yeah, I was just telling him about my move and stuff. Just been busy, and hopefully we can catch up soon. Is it that bad now? I mean, after the weekend of walking on it, I really should not have done that. And it's pretty bad, yeah. I'm going to go to the doctor again tomorrow. So, yeah. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. I don't want to worry anyone. And again, I feel like if it was really broken, I wouldn't be able to even walk. I'd be in so much pain, I'd have to go to the ER now. And I did go to the doctors, and they said, just give it some rest. But, yeah. Well, I have a cane now, and I'm going to get my big, chunky foot brace. So, just need some time. I've missed some Catacini lore. You broke your foot. Yes, I've been moving, obviously. And here's my diagram. I tried to stack some chairs up. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I was doing it like this. I admit it. This is not smart. This is very dumb of me to do this. I don't know why I was doing this. I don't. And it slipped and it guillotined my foot with the weight of about 2 chairs. And it wasn't like... It didn't like... The thing that really made it bad was that it came down like a freaking metal door. Like, it went... Doom! It didn't wobble and it didn't like get all bumpy. It went shoot like a shutter. Boom! It came down. Hard and fast on the top of my foot. So I'm getting another x-ray, not at the urgent care. Because, you know, the urgent care, it's kind of like bing, bang, boom. Here's some aspirin and be on your way. But tomorrow I'm gonna get it looked at proper. I forget. I don't know when my appointment is, actually. We might have to reschedule stream. My mom made it for me. She's taking care of me. And my dad's gonna take me. My dad had something similar happen to him while moving house 35 years ago. His toenail has never been the same. Just keep an eye on that. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I feel a lot of guys do this. Well, okay, maybe you guys don't, but I feel it's common for someone to just go, just give it some rest and it'll be better. And then 25 years later, the doctor goes, you needed to come in. Now you have permanent damage, right? So I'm going tomorrow. And we will see. He comes back and tells us his foot bones are straight up crushed in the middle. I'll tell you what happens. You see orthopodiatrist? No, I did not. I just went to the urgent care. That's why I'm getting it checked up, follow up. Well, I actually don't know who I'm seeing. Again, my mama's taking care of me, and she scheduled a follow up, so we'll see. I actually don't know where I'm going tomorrow. She just wants me to stay off it. She was like, I'll figure it out and I'll have your dad take you. You just try to get some rest. And I go, okay, I'm gonna stream. May not be bad. Yes, may not be bad. I don't think so. Again, right? Like, if it was really bad, I probably wouldn't be able to walk on it. I mean, I know I shouldn't be walking on it, but like, you know, I get up, I go use the bathroom, I get like a drink of water, whatever. If it was broken, I feel it'd be debilitating, no? Gotta be honest, your mom still helping you out is kind of wholesome. Not everyone is willing to help out like that. Anvil Jeff, I am very proud. I am very proud to be a mama's boy. I consider myself very, very lucky to, one, even have a good relationship with my parents, and two, to have been taken care of by my parents. You can walk on fractures. That I am worried about that. There is a worry that I have some crazy injury and I've been walking on like a hairline fracture. So I'm gonna go tomorrow and we'll find out.
For the X-ray funds.
Heart Lily! $35 donation. Thank you, Heart Lily, for the X-ray funds. Thank you. That's kind of you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. No, that's sweet of you. I will take my parents out to lunch tomorrow. I don't think that's going to cover an X-ray, sad to say. Might be a little short on that, but that's very sweet of you, and that's going to be my lunch money tomorrow. Thank you so much, Heart Lily. They're funds. I know! What did I just say? Yeah, I mean, I think we're looking at like a... They don't give you insurance for being a secret agent, sadly. How much are X-rays? I mean, I'm assuming like at least $500 this is gonna run me, maybe more. I don't really know, depending on what has to be done. Heart Lily, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Was that a squeaky chair? That's my mic in front of me. It's squeaky. Worst spy agency, no health, no dental. It's the best one, because you have me. He punches it often. Yeah, maybe I too much damage. Hey, don't make fun of my lunch money. Just... listen, assume that most of the money that the operatives so graciously give me is going to something that I put in my mouth and into my stomach. I'm not afraid to admit that. What do other people use with their stream money? Holy, he's back. I'm back. I'm back from my trip.
We also got some weird blonde thing in the basement. I don't know what goes on in the basement. Hey, Diaz. Hope you've been well. I've been very well, besides my squish foot. I've been busy. Oh, God, my chair. My butt. I've been sitting on a bad temporary chair because of my move. I haven't grabbed my chair because my foot is hurt. It's in a storage right now. I need to swap it out for this bad chair I'm on. Now his butt squished too. Yeah, I dropped something on my foot, and I need to go get another X-ray. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Heart Lily. Have a good night. I'll see you soon. Hold on, let me think more about this Game of the Year thing. I mean, I said a couple things just off the top of my head, but let me really think about what I played this year. And again, I've just started Expedition 33, so you might check up on me in like 2 days, and I might say Expedition 33. Arc Raiders, I would not say Arc Raiders because I don't think that game is that good. I think it's addicting. But I just think it kind of sucks in its own way. I don't think Arc Raiders should be in the discussion for that. Digimon Story Time Stranger, I think that it has some pacing issues, some quality of life stuff. It is insanely grindy. The story is actually more interesting than I would have given it credit for. But not quite. Not quite. Have not played Silksong. No. I'm not motivated by lust, unlike you sickos playing that. I see the drawings of that little bug. I know what you are. Silent Hill F. Let me think about it. I think that Silent Hill F was a very good game. I think that it is one of the better games that I have played. Unfortunately, after getting near the end, as you play it, I think it gets worse. Because Silent Hill F, it's basically like story sequence, cutscene. You're in a maze, find 3 things in this maze. And story cutscene, now you're in a maze, navigate the maze, find 3 things in this maze. And I think it gets old. And not just old, it just is not fun. Because I know it's not simply by virtue of it being repetitive do I denounce it. You know, a lot of games are repetitive. I mean, one of my favorite games was Megabonk this year. I mean, Arc Raiders, you just boot in and you do the same thing over and over again. But like Silent Hill F, God, I just don't see how anyone can really defend it. It's a really not that engaging of a gameplay loop for me. It gets old, man. It gets old. The story and the cutscenes. Well, forget the story. I think the cutscenes are crazy. It's really engaging to see what's going on and the kind of abstractness of it. But I just, man, you know, last time we played, we were in the house, navigate the house maze, you know, fight the monsters, find 3 things, and then we have a cutscene, and then it's like, we wake up in the dreamland, it's like, navigate the maze, find the 3 things. And it's like, come on. Again. I'm assuming he kept skipping the reading and didn't pay to the lore. No, actually, I'm actually quite proud of how attentive I was to the story. And I liked it, but I just think that the gameplay is so bad compared to the story that the story can't carry the gameplay. Could it be too story heavy like you talked about? Yeah, I mean, it would have been better as like a short film at that point. I mean, listen, that part with the scarecrows, that's the best part of the game. I was like, ooh, okay, we're kind of getting into it. We're having these weird, very unique situations that are what I know Silent Hill to be. And that was the only unique thing they did, and the rest of the game is just navigate the maze and find the 3 things to open the door. You sucked at that? It was funny. I didn't suck at it. I got some of them, and you cannot defend all of those scarecrow quizzes. There are some. Well, okay, listen. Yes. Maybe there were a couple of those that I didn't do well on, but some of those scarecrow puzzles, like, that was BS. Some of those were, like, so bad. There was, like, one in particular that was, it's like, which one is she looking at? And it's like, yeah, I guess technically she was looking at that one if you can justify it, but, like, just without knowing the answers, it's like, come on. Meowster skill issue. Very nice. Please stop. I think the enemy variety could have been a little bit better. It's a little disappointing that you don't have more enemies. I guess, like, even speaking more broadly, just the variation in general in terms of the game. I mean, we could, like, try to... I could... You know, here's the thing. I could try to intellectualize it as much as I can. But at the bottom line, it's just like, I think it was just boring. It got a little boring to me. And it wasn't fun. It got boring. And, you know, I just think I don't need to be super critical and really think about it to try to, like, justify my playing of it. You know, let's take Deltarune, for example. Like, you watch me play Deltarune, and, like, I'm going through the text boxes, and sometimes it's slow, but, like, the pacing, they know how to keep you interested, and they know when to switch it up on you to keep me wanting to play more and more, right? And I think Silent Hill doesn't do a good job on that. I don't care what y'all call me. I'm just here to see Boss B Mo. There was a place called Mo's in Texas that I heard people like. It's like a Tex-Mex kind of thing. At least until you crash out fighting the hardest secret boss. Hey, I said I wanted to revisit it, okay? I was a little tired that stream. Mo's is a chain? I don't know. I don't know anything about Texas. I'm going to start lying to my Uber drivers. I don't know why I tell the truth. When they ask me what I'm in town for, and I'm like, oh, well, there's this thing I gave a talk at, and they're like, okay, so what do you do? Oh, so, I mean, I was, like, kind of invited to this thing. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to say I'm like an accountant from now on. I don't want to partake in these discussions anymore. Also, it kind of puts me in a weird, dangerous position. Maybe, like, I don't know why it would be dangerous, but, like, I should just lie. I'm busy. Yeah, perfect, Violet. I'm visiting my family. And it's not that it's embarrassing. I just think it'd be best just to skip that part of the conversation completely for whatever reason. Okay, back to Game of the Year. Water Park Simulator. Okay. I mean, Game of the Year. See, this is where we get a little weird, right? Because there's a lot of things to consider. You know, it's like my favorite anime versus what I think the best anime is, right? My answer for what I think the objective best anime is different from my personal favorite anime, right? And that's the thing with Game of the Year. What do I think Game of the Year is versus what I personally had the most fun playing? Those are two different answers. Or they might be two different answers. Kyo, thank you for the 15 months. And also on Twitch as well. This super chat is free because it's membership or something. Twitch, Kyo, take it away. Okay, and you're continuing your message here. This is a Prime sum. I don't know who else to use it on. Thanks for introducing me. YouTube Kyo. Okay, so we're having some LARPing in my chat. That's all right. You can LARP. Thank you. What about Peak? We're going up, up, up. Now we're going. Ma na ma na ma na ma ma. What is my favorite game this year? We played a lot, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I quite liked Who's Lila. That wasn't this year, though. Just the games I played this year, though. Marvel Rivals. What do we think about that? Marvel Rivals? Wait, no. Marvel Rivals was last year. Oh! You know what? I talked about this with my friends. It technically was the end of last year, so no one really considered it. Dude, I think Me-Side didn't get enough credit for what it was. I know, okay, obviously, I don't know if it would have gotten Game of the Year, but because it came out in December of last year, I think Me-Side kind of got, what's the word? Overlooked. I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was really good. Because it's a Gunner game. It's not a Gunner game, really. Shafted? Oh, yeah, something's gonna get shafted. But yeah, Me-Side. I thought that was quite good. You kind of get shafted if your game comes out towards the end of the year, huh? You were Gunner mode in that... No, I wasn't. Oh. Okay, so are we still... should I just talk about my favorite... Well, no. We'll give it a month, and we can do, like, a year in reflection, where I go over all the games, the streams that we've done in 2025. Let's hold off on that discussion. I'd like to do that, kind of. Speaking of which, I need to make that playlist for you guys here. I've been a little busy. Most Game of the Year winners are released in June or July. That makes sense. It's the summer. People are more attentive, perhaps. How's that going? Zero progress. I know I need to get to it. My mods keep pinging me about it, and I'm being lazy and I have not partaken yet. My favorite stream this year. I think it's not a particular stream, but the highlight for me was playing with the Operatives on the Mine Kitten Den server. And I have very fond memories of that, playing Minecraft with you guys. And then we killed the Ender Dragon, kind of. Wario World! Oh me, oh my. Delacroix, like watching Boss play his own RPG. I mean, that's definitely gotta be a highlight. Oh, playing Operatives in Smash Ultimate and watching them. That was quite fun, actually. Papa's Pizzeria! I quite liked the first Dot Hack stream we did as well. That was fun. You liked it too, right? Of course. Hey Finn, thanks for the 5 months. You were so trusting in Minecraft. I said get in the airship and you hopped on. Hopped in to be kidnapped without question. If I can't trust my operatives, who can I trust? Okay, gamers. Alrighty. It was good to come back and catch up with you guys. I think that's gonna be it for me. Oh, he hates us. You will say that every single time and attempt to keep me. And someday it will work. And in fact, it has already worked in the past, but not today. I just came in. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow we're going to try to do an art stream. And then you can guarantee Thursday is going to be a Chungus stream. Okay? No! No! I mean a very long stream. You can guarantee that Thursday will be a very long stream because Air Riders is coming out, Kirby Air Riders, and we will probably be playing together, okay? Don't be surprised if tomorrow's stream is canceled because of my doctor's thing. I don't know how long or what time that is for me. I'm going to find out. But definitely on Thursday, we're going to play Kirby Air Riders, okay? Alright, guys. Thanks for welcoming back your boss after my trip. It's always nice to catch up with you guys. Sorry I yelled at you, but I'll probably do it again sometime in the future. Sorry it's so short. Alright guys, have a good night, okay? Bye-bye.